Thank you very much, gents. Let's jump into the kitchen right now. And we're focusing on the braai, the cornerstone of the South African culture, that sizzle, that beautiful flavors that releases into the air, but also, of course, ignites the gees around rugby fans. We're going to see a lot of braais being set alight as we are gearing up for the Rugby World Cup. But any braai needs a good side, and that is what we are doing here this morning with a beautiful, cheesy corn bread we're going to be starting making from scratch. I want to call Ryle in here, my friend, because I know he loves a good braai.
A good side and a good sidekick at your service,
my brew.
bro. Yeah, how are we doing this?
I love like a proper homemade bread as a side, because it just works. It just fills that little gap that you have when it comes to
it's comfort food. You can taste the love in it as well, and especially when it's fresh or hot.
Oh, my friend, with that butter that just melts on it.
Stop it.
I'm going to give you some right now. Let's get to it.
How are we doing this?
So a cup of milk in here,
All right,
please.
a cup of milk going in.
The eggs as well.
That beautiful full cream fresh milk. So let me pop that in there.
There we have it.
Step one at your service. That is done. All right.
And then we have some crushed corn. Just got from the tin, just like that. It's nice and creamy as well.
I'm liking this accessibility to these ingredients so far. Very easy.
Yeah.
Something you should have in the pantry.
Now,
Can I pop the eggs in here as well?
I have been told that you can go for the whole kernels. You know, you get them in the tins as well.
Yes.
But then you've got to add a little bit more moisture because you need that little moisture.
Drier, yeah. Okay, cool.
So you mix that.
All right.
Here I've got some flour. I've got some beautiful clover cheddar that we've just grated.
That's the full cream cheese. I like that.
That's going to go in there because this is the cheese element. We get some thyme and rosemary for some flavoring. Now, here what's nice about this bread is you can really go about, you can do olives in here, you can do sun-dried tomatoes, whatever you fancy.
Crazy on the herbs based on your preference, right?
Some salt and some sugar. All right. And then we're just going to mix this a little bit. And then, of course, a lovely
I'm already like on your side, seeing that you put some melted butter in there and some cheese. So I think you've really convinced everyone watching here to download this recipe right now.
I mean, this is really so easy. And once that's mixed, you can just pop it in here for me.
All right, so that's all mixed up. I'm going to pop that in. Pop it in the wall there.
Go for it, my friend. We're going to start folding it. And listen, dude, that is pretty much it.
No ways, really?
Yeah, dude. The secret to this is to not over-mix this dough.
Okay.
Because you want that the dough for the bread to be nice and fluffy. So we're just going to give it a mix till it's like nicely combined. We're going to pop it into our baking tray. What's also nice about this particular recipe, it's great for 2 smaller loaves. So you can freeze one, and then for the next braai, you can go for it.
Same amount of work, but twice the
unless you are hosting, you want to make an actual full.
I think if you're hosting, you might want to make 4 of these actually, because I promise you, just from looking at it, I haven't tasted it yet, but looking at it, everyone's going to grab a slice.
Everyone's going to grab. So this is nearly done. Okay. I mean, like I said, you don't want to over-mix it completely. Just make sure that it's nicely combined into the oven for about 45 minutes because it is quite a wet dough. So 45 minutes at about 180 degrees, and then you are set, my friend. Oh, before I forget, also we have some beautiful that can also go in here.
Oh, nice. So
some wheels.
Some mixed herbs of
some
feta style. I must just say, I've been so intimidated by even attempting a bread. I've been scared because I'm always like, it's not going to rise. I have all these issues, but you're making it look so simple and so easy.
But you know what it is? I think a lot of people are scared when it comes to making bread.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. And it is one of those things. So we're going to crumble this in here, and there we go. Now we're just going to give it one final mix and get that in there. And like you can see, you can really even get your hands dirty if you really want. And like I said, that's it, my friend.
Simple.
Look at that.
That beautiful stuff, brother. Now on top, it doesn't stop there, man, because you're going to plug Mzansi in on the opportunity that is worth a lifetime right now. So maybe while he's popping it into the bread, then I'll explain this to you, Mzansi, because I'm just too excited. So Clover is sharing the love and giving away 80,000 Rand worth of Weebers. Yeah. Now all you have to do is simply buy any one of their products and keep your till slip handy. Then you want to dial *120 *560# and follow the prompts to enter. It's that simple. Now keep watching the Expresso daily because you can find out more, and your T's and C's can also be found at clover.co.za. So what are you waiting for? Get involved in that, get this recipe, and the rest of life is just going to be a breeze. Trust me.
I love it.
Nice job.
Crouch, touch, but don't you dare pause. Because when you buy any of our favorite Clover products, keep the till slip handy and catch the Expresso Breakfast Show every weekday morning for more details on how to enter. While the Boks are battling for rugby's greatest prize, you can win your share of 80,000 Rands worth of Weber braais. So engage and win with rugby's greatest moments, brought to you with love by Clover.